Welcome everyone to another episode of Bryno's World. Want to apologize for taking last week off, but had a little bit of a mishap. Landed on this bit right here when riding a bike. Little break right here, but it's not serious enough as obviously to warrant anything further. So as long as I don't go too hard on this, I should be fine. But anyway, I'm here for a cooking video, and I'm actually going to revisit something that I did about a month or so ago. You may recall when Bob and Joe the Raptor suggested that I try to make an all-meat pizza. Well, I'm going to take the lessons learned from that experience and try to make it better. The two big things I'm going to do, I'm going to use less meat for the crust and flavor it with something. Now, on the flavor end, initially I thought I was just going to add some seasonings like some oregano, thyme, basil to the crust as well. But then I got to thinking, what kind of meat is there already that has that kind of strong flavor that you would want in a crust like that? And there is one. Italian sausage. Yep, I'm going to be making my crust with Italian sausage instead of ground beef. Probably just like a quarter pound of this, whereas the half pound I did last time, that should give me a thin enough crust where it's nice and good, but not too much in the way of what I'm trying to enjoy, which is the regular pizza ingredients, but just enough to give me some good flavor in it as well. So let's not waste any more time. Let's start making this sausage crust pizza. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is portion up my meat. Now to make sure I get this exactly right, I'm going to be weighing the sausage on this little scale here. Some wax paper there to keep it all under control. So let's do it. Eyeball maybe a quarter pound of this. Glob. Oh my god, first try. 4 ounces on the button. Can you not get anything better than that? Well, that makes this segment pretty quick. So now I gotta flatten this into a nice little 7-inch style crust, if you will. So I'll flatten it on this wax paper here so I can get it onto the griddle or the grill just nice enough. I reckon that looks good enough to me. Nice and thin, but wide enough to fit like a little personal pizza. So let's pre-cook this thing. And in another lesson learned from last time, I'm not going to put this sausage crust into a pan, but straight onto the grill. Plenty of holes here to allow water and fat to drip through so we don't have a nice, greasy, juicy mess, which is not what you want in a pizza. So, here we go. That's why I use the wax paper, except it wants to not stick. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. Into the grill, the air fryer goes. Now I've set this to 400 degrees for about 8 minutes. I figure 8 minutes is long enough so it'll cook up, and maybe not fully, but just enough to come together and not allow any spots to go through when cooking the pizza properly. So here we go. Okay, it's been about 8 minutes, so let's see how it turned out. There's been a little shrinkage involved, which I probably should have planned for. It's definitely a little smaller than it once was. I feel stupid for not taking that into account. But onward and upward. It smells good though. Okay, so the first thing to put on this very, very, very personal sausage pizza, about the size of maybe a burger patty, is first some sauce. Pizza sauce. Blop it on like so. I'm going to try and get as close to the edge as I can. Don't have a lot of real estate to work with, so got some fresh mozzarella here for this one, and I'm going to use my fancy pants slicer for this. Fancy pants slicer. Let's see if this works. So this is kind of slingy. So let's get some of the cheese slices on here. Oh, that's perfect. That's almost too perfect. I think that'll do. One for me. That's fresh mozzarella. And of course, no pizza is complete without its toppings of pepperoni. I'll be sort of liberal with this, like I was last time. and make rest for me. So now, let's cook it. Another lesson I learned from last time is that I'm not going to cook it in the air fryer that's behind the camera because, if you remember, it blew the pepperonis and junk all over the place. And I don't want to do that, so it's going to be cooked in my toaster oven. I've set it to the maximum heat, and I'm going to cook it just long enough to melt the cheese, cook the pepperoni, and also I put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top for good measure. So once all that's cooked and melted and everything, then I'll pull it out. And also, I've got the little drip tray here, the broil pan on top of it, so that any other juices that are left over can fall on that as well. Another guard against just a juicy, mushy, greasy pizza. So here we go. I think I'll leave that in there for maybe 8 to 10 minutes or until the stuff is melted. We'll keep a close eye on this. Cheese looks like it's melting. The Parmesan on top is melted. I'm seeing some fat and stuff drip off the sausage. You know what? I'm gonna call that done. That does not look too bad. There's a little bit of fat still dripping from here. Sneak a look at that right there while it's still on the pan. Some grease still did drip out, which is exactly what we wanted. I think using the broiler top as a cooking platform was the perfect idea. I'm going to let this cool off a bit and then bite into it. I've got high hopes. Alright, the pizza has had time to cool, so now let's cut into it and take a bite out of it. Get a fork into this. Oh my goodness. I get this sausage smell right away. Wow. Left arm ain't strong enough to cut it with the fork, so let's just do this cheap way. Ooh, that even sounded like a cut through a crust, which is very, very good sign. Oh my goodness, this not much grease at all, which is fantastic, I think. Well, let's take a less pepperoni piece first. Oh my god, look at this. Oh, it smells nice. It doesn't look greasy or drippy at all. But let's see how good it tastes. So, here we go. Sausage crust pizza. Cheers. Okay, I definitely taste the sausage in there. The sausage is absolutely the dominant flavor in this. Although that makes me kind of concerned. I think the sausage might be dominating the flavor in this too much. I'm really tasting the sausage and not a whole lot of anything else. Let's try another piece. I think I was lucky enough to get more of the cheese and pepperoni in that bite versus the sausage, but still, the sausage flavor is totally dominant. I think my final analysis is that it's a step in the right direction, absolutely. Using slightly less meat makes it a lot thinner, what we wanted. Using the sausage actually gave the crust itself a lot more flavor, which I think was also good as well. Though I'm now worried that that might be a little too much. So now I may have to go back to the drawing board again. But my theory this time would be sort of half and half. Half ground beef, half sausage. To get sort of the perfect kind of Goldilocks figure of a crust that's flavored but doesn't distract away from the toppings as well. Another thing, I'm wondering that given that there's going to be some moisture in the beef, the sausage, the crust, whatever, I'm wondering if that might defeat the purpose of having a sauce in the first place. I don't know if we really need a sauce in this mix. At the same time, I'm also thinking if we want to make the toppings more flavorful, maybe add some more of them, but I don't have a lot of room to work with here, so I don't know. Not really sure I'm going to revisit this again. It's tough. But if you want me to revisit it, leave a comment below and I will be more than happy to try this again using what I've learned this time. 50-50 mix of beef and sausage, maybe some other improvements to toppings or to cheese or whatever, maybe no sauce at all. Let me know what you think in the comments. So that'll do it for another episode of Bryno. Well, thank you all very much for watching again. Leave a comment. What do you think about this video? Should I revisit this again? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and click the bell icon to be first to know all, you know the drill. The same deal as always. So once again, thanks for watching. Have a good one.